little bit more towards me.
I thought you said scoot in front of the camera.
Yes.
I'm
glad this man's here.
Yeah.
All right.
Knows what's up. All right.
We are back.
We
are
are
back.
back.
Hold on just a second.
As you do.
right,
As you
there
do.
we go.
You know, that's the
Everybody
biggest
doing?
complaint that I've had is that you use that thing too much.
Use it too much?
Only. That's right. That's right.
Fuck
Dope.
it.
All
Call
right.
police on this man.
Somebody's complaining about the soundboard usage. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
We good?
Skin looks really nice in this light.
Yeah.
Got the
Good.
interrogation
Glad I
light
can do that
on.
for you.
Um,
We are back now.
We are drinking normal stuff today.
Today is favorite beer day. So Cody's got,
Well, that's not his favorite, but
White Claws, no laws.
it'll do.
but it's the Ruby Grapefruit, your favorite White Claw.
I wouldn't say
You
it's my
said-
favorite.
You said
No, I forgot which one it was. I don't think it was this
it
one.
was that one. I remember because I was like, that's weird.
Really? Was it this one?
At least of the ones we had. That one
'cause I don't really
on the
like
White
that
Claw
much
episode.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, you know what? We didn't have any Corona. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then
But we got
you've
that
always
Corona.
got the Perber. Say it.
The pervert.
I'm white trash and I'm in trouble.
No, I hit the wrong button.
Which one are you looking for?
I don't remember. I was looking for the siren.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep. Also, just so you know.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll need that. The other day I went to the food line. There you go.
Okay. We're okay.
The other
We're
day I
okay.
went to the food line and they were completely out of Corona and they were completely out of Modelo. Like out completely. Nothing on the shelf except for 1 6-pack of Modelo Negra.
Hold up.
And that was Memorial Day weekend shit, so I don't know.
Cody already
People-
started, so I was gonna.
Like how crazy is it that
I'm
it
so sorry.
like
I forgot.
you said what?
I
You
started
drank
sipping
first
it.
already.
Oh.
I forgot what it was tasting like, but actually this might
How
have
is
been
it?
my
What
favorite.
would you rate it?
No, this might have been my favorite.
Yeah, I knew it. You lying
Yeah,
piece.
recognize
it's
the taste?
pretty good. Not like
How would you rate that Modelo?
Good.
Good.
I was gonna say for an American celebrated holiday, being it's Memorial Day, you'd be
All the
surprised that the
Mexican beers.
only one that sold out are the Mexican beers.
Love it.
Yeah.
You gotta
that
love
good
it.
old cerveza.
Cerveza,
Yeah.
very good shit.
Yep.
So,
All
what's
right.
everybody been up to? Anything new?
Well, I finally got approved for unemployment, so
Hit the. Hey, that's the unemployment shit right there. He just joined the squad. I'm not on the squad, but I'm happy for the squad. Sadly, he got on the boat a little bit too
A
late.
little bit late.
yeah.
By the time they see this podcast, they will have gotten away with that unemployment $600 bonus that everybody's getting, unless they extend it.
There's rumors going around saying that they're going to extend it until July or
January.
Well, it's not
Yes,
necessarily
Jeffrey
a
said it's
rumor.
January.
That's what the bill
I don't know,
says.
but
Yes,
either
it's
way,
in the bill.
they're thinking about
Correct.
extending it. So everybody that's racking up that unemployment will be able to continue racking it up and not bring their asses to work.
There you go.
Right.
I want the $2,000 a month.
That's not happening. I hate to crush your hopes and dreams.
I know.
Give us the shit. Thank you.
We all have ones.
I mean, y'all
I saw
ready for the second
Cody
season?
shared a meme that said, what was it? May I have some more? And it was the kid coming up for more stimulus money. That's how I feel, because I'm definitely
be.
feeling for some stimulus money.
I
Is that a
bet.
shit thing?
I bet.
Something about getting that 1,200 just felt so nice, because you were with me when I saw it in my account. I was riding around with Quan and them, and I just checked my bank account just randomly. I was like, what's in my schedule? Navy Federal has a scheduled
Yeah.
transaction, and I see $1,200, and I said, could it be? You click it, and it's U.S. stimulus.
I literally, I think you put a status up after that, right?
Yeah, and then you went and checked.
Yep.
And then I went and checked.
Yep.
I saw it in mine too. I said, no
Guess
fucking
who
way.
doesn't get a stimulus check?
I didn't get one either. So you're not in the wrong. You're not wrong.
Taekwon's was stolen from him by no way of his own. And no
IRS.
fault of anybody, really.
I
It was
mean,
just the way his
IRS.
taxes were fired. No, he filed his taxes. He was a dependent. You were dependent on your mom's, right? He was filed as a dependent under his mom's
It
shit.
was the IRS.
Same.
Same thing with him.
Same.
So they didn't get it. But guess who did get something? Your mama's.
Hey,
IRS.
but guess what?
False.
I don't give a fuck because that $1,200 came one time. This unemployment was coming every week, so fuck.
And,
this
uh,
nigga.
It don't
that's
matter.
true,
But how
that's
much
true,
nicer
that's
would it have been
So,
with
Drew,
that with
neither-
that 1,200, and then
That's
you had
true.
all them.
Neither
stimulus.
one of our parents got the 500.
Yeah, neither
Because
one of them.
if you're over 18, you don't get the 500
Oh, that's
either.
right.
So
So
nobody
that's
gets
right.
no money.
Nobody got it.
That's
But
true.
it's kind of
Damn.
fucked up because dead people got it and we didn't.
Well,
And you
technically,
wasn't
they're
Hold on,
never
take
going
one.
to get
You
it
gotta
like
borrow
that.
a mic if you're gonna talk this much, man.
He just said dead people basically are getting there, but technically dead people aren't because there's certain check regulations. You cannot go cash a dead person's check
Correct.
unless there's a bunch of shit.
They
to
got
it.
it, but I don't think they were able to access it. I
Yeah.
think it was a
probably
glitch
took
in the
it all
system
back.
that they figured it out.
Like the fact they were even getting them as dead people. Yeah.
Yeah.
In other news, very recent news, how about that space launch?
I didn't watch it, but I shared a
Postponed.
status about it.
Postponed.
Postponed.
I didn't watch.
Oh, thank God, because I was trying to watch it and I was at work.
Yeah.
Due to weather.
Weather.
Because Florida, they were commenting about the Florida skies.
Because they had already postponed it once, I believe. And it was, they moved it to like 2:30 or something like that? 3:30 or something?
They about to nickname this spaceship the Carter. The Carter 5.
Just pushing it back.
Just keep pushing it back. Or the Eternal Latate.
Oh.
That would be a good name for the
I
spaceship.
guess we'll never make
Whoa,
it
hold on, whoa. No,
Well, it finally
for-
came out. As I'm saying, one day.
After years.
That's
and
what I'm
years.
saying. Yeah, Eternal Latate. That'd be a good name for it.
Remember what they said?
Grab a
about-
mic.
The last one
Oh,
that they
no, sir.
ever went into space with was back in 2011.
2011. Yep.
So it's been some time.
And it was NASA, right?
Yeah.
Smell
I think
kinda
so.
nice one.
I,
So
I think that was the only
SpaceX
one
is
back
doing
then.
it.
it's probably this you smelling.
Yep.
Mhm.
Jeffrey's named NASA funding.
Not anymore.
Well, it was a
that
good
off.
name.
Thank you. Thank you. I picked
has
that
some-
because it was non-existent. There was no NASA funding. That's
Oh.
why billionaires.
I don't
had
think
to
there still is.
Take
Is there?
over. I don't think there is at all.
Yeah,
no.
no.
That's why billionaires have to do all the space.
But we got the Space Force now and SpaceX.
That we do.
We got
That
better
we do.
alternatives than NASA.
Absolutely. Screw NASA, man.
We
They're
got
lame.
Oculus Rift.
NASA
man. Like,
was
if we wanna go to the
nerds.
moon, just
All
plug
right.
in.
NASA was nerds going to space. Space Force is like cool people going to space.
See, SpaceX
Yeah.
is a whole unique thing on its own because their goal is to colonize Mars.
Yep.
Well, Elon's goal as a
That's
company
why
over there.
nothing gets stuff done more than capitalism.
that money. If you have money, you can do anything. That
Uh-huh.
man's sending shit to space, and then on top of that, he wants to have recreational space travel in the next 2 years.
You
Can you
going?
imagine just going on a trip to space just recreationally? Like, oh, honey, you trying to go to the moon? And then,
If you got,
oh,
like,
sure, we can take a trip. And then next-
$100,000.
takes you round trip.
It's Futurama all over again.
Yeah, but this is real. This is happening before our very eyes. We have Neuralink.
But are you all right? So are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right. I'm not gonna be the first to
I
go,
was
but
about to say,
I'll
how
damn
many
sure
you
go.
need? How many times do you need somebody to go before you're gonna get on a ship?
Honestly, it's like
It's gonna be a
same
few
principle
years
as
for
a
me.
Yeah.
It's gonna
roller
be a few
coaster.
years.
Also, tell
Kind
me
of like
how
a roller
long
coaster. You kind of
before-
know when it's safe.
How long before you think
Oh,
you'll
no,
be able
if
to
it's a-
afford
if
something
it's a
like
roller
that?
coaster, I'm getting on the first day if I could.
I'm not.
I'll do that in the United States, not outside of the United
Wait,
States.
that makes no sense
No,
logically
yeah,
because
yeah.
why would you not? Why would you get on a roller coaster immediately, but you wouldn't get on the? Either way, you're dead if something goes wrong.
It's not
Roller
the same
coaster,
amount
yeah,
of
You're
dead.
saying
more-
the air,
you have
the
more
air,
chance.
the air
It's not the
margin.
same
At
amount
least
of
you have more
dead.
chance.
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
Like
it's
on a
not
roller
the same
coaster,
amount
If
of
you
dead.
fall off a
dude.
roller coaster, you're fucked.
Yeah, but most
there's no
if a roller
survival.
coaster
More
fails,
chance.
it usually just stops. If a spaceship fails, you die.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
You're right. Okay, as far as stopping, but
Absolute
yeah,
death,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Now,
but
if
I
you
still
fall
think
off
of
a
it.
roller
It's
coaster, you're
equal
dead.
risk. You're the first to do something at anything. The first to try a product. The first to get
No
on
way.
something.
I'm not trying
First
to
to
get. I mean, as long as like we're saying like what,
No?
like something
Okay.
like we're ingesting or something like that, like
Taekwon
trying a
doesn't believe the
product
roller
or
coaster
using
thing.
on ourselves.
He's saying he doesn't agree with you that you'll survive.
That is
What'd
what
you
he's
say?
saying.
You're not so
No, I'm saying like when you say try a product, do you mean like are we
Like
still talking
food.
about? Oh no, then no. No, I wouldn't do that either.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't want to be the first one to do that. So there's certain things that I guess you're more willing to
Sure.
gamble
Yeah.
to be the first person for.
Yeah.
But I
And-
love roller coasters, so like
I do too, but I wouldn't be the first to get on certain ones. I guess it also depends, because Invader, that wooden roller coaster at Busch Gardens, I'd get on that first. That's not much risk to that.
I'm the guy
I
that
got on
won't fly,
Tempesto the
but
second
I've
day
been
of
on a
launch.
roller coaster like first
I
time.
couldn't make it the first day.
I guess that one's okay too, because it's a
Nah, obviously it wasn't okay. 'cause,
Griffin.
the
Like
week
when I
after
think
that,
of something I wouldn't want to get on, Griffin would be one of them.
no,
First, I wouldn't get on that
First.
first.
really?
Yeah, I definitely got on it in the first few weeks. When I remember
What
when
about
Griffin opened,
all
I
right,
was
so
hyped.
what about the things that like you're like in a chair like this, and then it's a big ring, and it goes up.
Talking
and
about
then it
drop
drops.
towers.
Yeah.
and
drop
fuck
towers.
no, I'm not
No,
getting on that first.
I was on one of those
Yeah, the
first
mock
day.
tower.
Not getting on it first.
Yeah, mock tower. That's what
You got on
I
that
was
one.
on that like either first or second time it went, like for consumers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, wouldn't do it.
And that's the same guy that won't get on an airplane.
It's
I
so
was the
weird.
same way.
It's So
I
weird.
gotta spice myself up to get on the roller coaster as soon as I walk in the park. I'm not gonna go straight.
Take one.
for it.
Borrow a microphone
Yeah,
and be concise.
I guess yeah, you're right. I guess I would get on a roller coaster because the
But I
chance
feel
if
you.
it messes up, like you said, it's stalling or it's a rollback,
Right.
which a rollback's
Yeah.
cool either way.
It's very unlikely it just crashes
You're right.
or explodes.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
I would get
like
on a roller
ridiculous.
coaster. Thinking of it logically, I'm thinking of it as I've seen all these news stories of what happened at Six Flags with the Superman drop tower,
Griffin got shut down.
the
one
Rebel
time.
Yell where the
Rebel
thing
Yell.
flew off the
Rebel
track
Yell.
and killed the lady.
Little
Mm-hmm.
yellow rebel.
But yeah, that's just so rare. And usually, like roller coasters fail so much, and everybody's fine that the likelihood of it failing and causing damage, I'm not even worried about.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
how many rockets have failed?
A lot.
I could think one. No,
I
which
know about that one.
There's
yeah,
at
I
least
know
the
about
one.
that one, but
Exploded.
you're thinking of the same one as me.
Yeah.
But that aside, how many times do you really see a rocket fail? Well, I guess
with
that's all done in
people
training,
it.
right?
Right. It's,
They
they
do it all in
fail a
training.
lot. There's a whole.
But
You
not
can
with
watch
people on
montages.
it.
Right. You're
But
right.
they same thing for roller coasters or anything else.
Sure.
There's
Yeah,
like a
absolutely.
trial.
Yeah,
you know.
you're right. I mean, anything you do is dangerous. Getting in the car is dangerous. It's just how it. But most of it is the control factor. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in a car, right? I feel like I'm in control. Therefore, I feel more safe. Versus if I'm
You
in
do
an
have
airplane.
more control.
Yeah.
But
Right,
That,
but you
that's
do.
not going to stop somebody else from hitting
Right,
you on
exactly.
the side.
But I feel like, oh, I have a chance to swerve away or do this, that, and the third. But if you're on an airplane, nothing you can do. You're at the mercy of everybody else.
Nope.
That's true.
I mean, did you hear that Kia and Hyundai are getting sued for millions of dollars? Because the newer vehicles that they got are just catching on fire while you're driving.
It's like General Motors all over again. You remember General Motors, their whole thing? They knew that there was
somewhat
something
remember
wrong.
that.
They
Was that
knew
the
something was
airbags?
wrong with their vehicle. I'm not sure what it was specifically,
Alright.
but General Motors had a safety issue in their car, and they just completely ignored it and kind of passed it along to the consumers until shit started going wrong with the consumers and the lawsuits started coming. And they got in trouble with it. They had complete knowledge that there was faulty equipment in their vehicles, and they still put it out.
That's where
But
capitalism
did they
fails you.
like pay people back for the repairs and stuff? That
They had to. They had to. They knew. They knew
Yeah,
about it. That was a
Kia's
big
being-
thing.
Take one. You gotta space it out. And you gotta borrow a mic.
Do you want me to sit next to Cody, motherfucker?
No, I want you to space it out and borrow his mic.
I don't want to swing the mic and smack him in the face with it, and I don't want to keep jumping.
You,
in the
look, you're
camera.
yelling at me. You still ain't borrowed a mic. You're still talking off mic.
Fuck you.
Thank you. All right. I feel like we've come to a good agreement. Yeah. So yeah, SpaceX postponed. We actually get to see it. Me and Cody, I picked him up, and it was 4:33, and I'm like, oh, it just happened.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
dang.
right.
Yeah,
So it
I
was
saw
supposed to
it.
happen at 4:32, but before that, it was supposed to happen before that, and then they postponed
Is
it once.
Eastern Standard Time an hour ahead or behind Pacific Time?
It's a good question.
Like,
I just know that the hours staggered, the
no, I know
more
this, my bad.
Like, what
Okay,
time
it's
is it in
alright.
California right now?
that's 2 hours behind, I think.
2
they're
hours.
3 hours behind.
The three, okay, three.
Oh.
Because I know for each
Okay.
section, it's an hour behind, right? The
Oh,
more
okay.
west you go, it's like an
So
hour
what about
back.
like Nevada?
Same thing as California. I
Same as
assume.
California?
Yeah.
But there's a
Yeah.
third one, you said, in America?
Middle America.
Central.
Central, yeah.
Central.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's Central, Eastern, and Pacific.
Which is about an hour behind, if I'm not mistaken.
Because only reason to say that I saw the launch was at 4:30, and we were gonna shoot like 5:36. So I was hoping it was like an hour behind, so we could like do it on the podcast. But it's
Oh.
Eastern Standard Time.
Try to plan that shit
I
out.
did. It didn't
Nope.
work though. Didn't work.
Damn.
Yep. But then it got postponed. So
Fucking
maybe
love it.
next week.
Well, now I'll be able to watch. Well, actually, no. I'll be at work later next week. I won't be able to see
Well,
that
you don't know
shit.
what time it's gonna be.
I'm gonna have to slide my phone out and be like,
Yeah.
watching history right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild. Well, I mean, kind of. It just 2011 ain't that long ago.
Yes, it is for a
I mean, you don't have
space launch.
TVs in
there? I guess.
That's historical,
I guess
man.
that's fair. I guess
space
that's fair.
launches aren't something you come by every day.
No, I
Huh?
mean,
I'm
for
sure
real,
you,
definitely.
You probably get like a supervisor or something and just pull it up on the TV.
That's what I'm saying. Let's
true.
pull this thing up like a game. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
We're
You'd
gonna
be at
pull
the
it up.
bank with some popcorn and like a PBR or something, just watching the space launch.
Yeah, it's appropriate for work.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
It's a historical thing. Well, mainly it's historical because it's something other than NASA going up. You
Sure.
gotta give
Okay,
it that
that's a
sort of
much bigger deal.
appreciation.
That's a much bigger deal to
That's
me than it
what's-
not happening since 2011.
That's why I said it's history, man.
That's way more
It's history.
important. Yeah. But while you're doing that, you're gonna have to be taking your mask down every time you want to put some popcorn in your face.
Just
Or you could just, just stuff the mask.
Oh, there you
these
go.
masks are
Just
getting fucking
put it up there.
ridiculous, man. Mainly because people's lack of
horse
knowledge
feed.
on how they work. People will wear masks, right? They wear them to the bank.
Oh, I
then
see
as
what you're
soon as
saying.
they get inside, they take the fucking mask off.
Yep.
And I'm just like,
Yep.
Why?
It's the outside air that's
I need to
dirty.
talk.
You can talk with the mask on. I
That's
do it
the
every
whole
day.
point.
Hear you with certain
Then you
masks.
gotta
doesn't
yell,
matter.
or else
That's
you
a
gotta
risk.
not wear a mask
If
at all.
you're really
if you're
concerned
wearing
about
it
the
at all,
corona
then wear it.
or
Don't half
spreading
wear
it,
it.
Well,
then
remember,
keep
they're
the shit
enforcing
on.
it tomorrow. Friday.
It don't
That's what
matter.
we're
People
talking
aren't gonna
It's
listen.
it's already being forced.
But the
I
po-
went to the mall yesterday for the first time.
Oh, wow.
and
Food
Yeah,
court
that's
chairs
open.
are gone.
Yep.
Gone
Well,
completely.
At Chesapeake Square.
Not in Lynn Haven.
And I
So-
work right by Lynn Haven.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I think I might have passed the Navy Federal. I'm not sure.
Well, the mall comes first, and then you go a little bit past the mall, and it's right there. So
I'm pretty sure I saw it, and I was like, I wonder if that's the one the road works at.
yeah, I'm literally at the one right there beside the mall.
Oh, then I definitely saw it.
So what was
Nice.
in the mall if you went in there?
But not a whole lot,
But
honestly.
every
So the
time
chairs
someone
were
says
still out in the.
Yeah, in the food,
Food
court.
court. That's
but like
shocking.
Most of the stuff was closed. Chick-fil-A was open.
No!
And their, I think it was like Charlie's or something.
The Chinese place wasn't open.
No,
Damn.
You talking about
Charlie's is like they do like steaks and like subs. And
Oh,
all
okay.
that.
It's like a Philly cheesesteak, right?
Yeah,
Heard.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Was
'Cause
it
it's,
poppin'?
You walk in, it's on the right
not
side.
really.
No? One popping?
Everybody in there was
Yeah.
kind of just
Was everybody wearing a mask?
Most-
You know,
mostly.
the one thing that pissed me off about the mask, man? People in their car with their mask on.
This is your car.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's
Or even
Really,
like,
the whole mask, the whole thing is fucked for one. Because first of all, the mask doesn't protect you from getting it; it protects you from spreading it. So,
well, it's the seatbelt logic, right? If everybody wears the mask, then I can't give it to you if I happen to have it. Therefore,
It doesn't
nobody's gonna
matter,
get
because
it.
here's
It
the
makes
thing,
it
for
makes sense.
If anything,
It makes sense.
it
It's
does make sense,
annoying.
but
It's
that's in a
annoying.
perfect world. What world?
Sure.
That's not happening here in America. People can't even stay in their fucking houses for 2 weeks when the first stay-at-home order came into play.
Sure.
What makes you think people are gonna willingly wear a mask?
You gotta
People are-
try, man. You gotta try.
I will do it personally,
Sure,
but I'm
sure.
saying I already know how America is,
Right.
and people don't like having their liberties taken.
Well, even more reason you should. To protect yourself from those idiots.
I have a million masks.
Hmm?
Well, it's not protecting me from them.
That's
they don't have
it's
it on.
a little bit. It's a little bit.
It's better
Not as
than
much.
not
Sure.
having anything.
Just don't wear a bandana. That's just offensive. Get yourself. They make the little fabric ones. Don't wear a bandana.
My thing is, when I started working where I work, right?
Yeah.
My thing is you got a bank or a
Yeah.
credit union, and you
Okay.
got people with masks on coming into, like, that just seems iffy as it is. Somebody could just walk in
Oh,
that
sure.
bitch
Yeah.
and rob
You
the
remember when you
motherfucker,
couldn't
bro.
ever wear a mask in public, even during
Yeah,
Halloween?
no,
now they
remember
just-
those days?
Now they're
You better
telling
have
you to
one,
wear it.
Yep.
You better
funny.
have
I
that
wonder,
mask on.
Like, is that gonna stay? Like, when this is all over and this is all, if it ever, it's like we're just done with this. Like, can I wear a Spider-Man mask all day on
Yeah.
Halloween? Is that ever gonna happen?
Okay, I think we were going over the same thing there. Like, can we just like start wearing like actual masks?
And
Right.
can we take drinks to go from bars?
Yeah.
That's a luxury that people aren't going to want to give up.
Oh shoot! There's
And
a
working
place-
from home.
Working from home's always been a thing.
Okay,
but
Well, a lot
at
more
Lynn
places,
Haven-
though.
At
You know
Lynn
what I
Haven
mean?
Mall, there's like this little Mexican food place, and they're only serving outside. So like, there's only a few chairs outside, but like if you can get in, then you can come eat.
yeah,
Mhm.
So
they're doing it sparingly, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
They're doing margaritas to go.
that's everywhere.
Yep.
That's what I was telling you about
It's
the
crazy.
oceanfront.
It's
When me and
crazy.
Taekwon went to the oceanfront, the bars are open. They're not letting people inside, but the bars are literally letting you order drinks and taking them to go. All the Mexican places around here got to go margaritas. You could get a
Mm-hmm.
Modelo from Chipotle to go.
From Chipotle?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Chipotle?
Chipotle has beer.
I didn't know Chipotle had beer.
Yes, they got a few different
That's
ones
kinda
too.
cool. God.
Sorry, Oscar. We'll call you back.
That's funny.
Just had to start the camera
I
back up.
usually put my thing on.
If you're watching this, Oscar, we're not ignoring you.
That's true. He's come by to upload like
But
an
they
album
were
or something
talking
later.
shit earlier.
Always, and he knows. He knows. I feel like we came in really hot today. I don't know what it is. We got a lot of things to say today.
All right. Well, I got more to say. Y'all haven't heard what I got.
Well,
planned
Drell's
for
got
today.
Drell's got something planned. Yeah.
I got something.
All right, what's up? What's up?
What, Taekwon?
What do you- Just for Jeffrey, because
Thank
he
you.
wants me to get my
Yes,
black ass
thank
up every
you.
fucking time.
Appreciate it.
How do y'all feel about the
So
black guy that got the knee to the...
I knew it'd get there. I knew it'd get there.
That-
Yep.
that
Thank you.
died from it.
All right.
I think we're all in
Oh.
agreement of
Yeah,
how
it's
we
fucked
feel
up.
about
It
that.
was
Everybody
definitely
knows it's
fucked
fucked up.
It was
Agreed.
fucked up, but I need
Agreed.
to find out what's, like, how did it come to that?
It doesn't matter.
I know it's, like, completely...
Your phone keeps on stopping.
Does it?
Cause
Just
he keeps
it's all
going.
good.
Beep. So what do we do?
That's all good. We got
starting it
that.
again?
Yeah. Just hit it
No,
again.
I'm saying it keeps stop. I think you're low on memory, bro.
I checked that today, but if so, that's fine. We got this guy going on the whole time.
out.
If it is, I can clear out some stuff for him if he needs me.
Okay, it looks like it's good right
yeah,
now.
it's all good.
But yeah, that was
I think it's
fucked
just a
up.
call.
Oh,
It was fucked up 100%, but at the same time, yes, they said it was a bounce check, but what led to him getting pulled out the car? They said,
first of
I've been
all, for
hearing
what
the
they were
car.
called for, it has nothing to do with killing a man. So
I
I
don't
can
even
understand.
know
It
what
wasn't
he was
even a
called for.
violent call. It had to do with money. It had nothing to do with violence. It wasn't a domestic dispute. It wasn't, you know. I don't know, bro.
I think the main talking point there is just the fact that rather than getting fired, they should be charged for murder, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the whole
That's the
city
big
went up in
conversation.
Well, I'm
right?
sure that will
That's
come along
crazy.
too. That this firing was just the first.
Sure, yeah.
thing
We'll
that
have
they
to see.
do.
It's new.
Yeah.
It's all pretty new,
I mean,
so we'll
plus,
see what happens.
going through training, like, they don't tell you to put all of your weight onto the back of somebody.
I'm
No.
sure. I'm sure.
No.
Like, that's
That
definitely not
seems
protocol.
illegal.
I mean, kind of is.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna start seeing cops dropping elbows here soon, bro.
exactly.
This is what I don't understand.
You're not on mic.
Damn it.
I'm strapping here.
You could have just asked me.
It's true.
What I don't understand is, hold on, I'm gonna let you go by.
Okay.
Yeah, you good. I don't want you standing on there.
It's a very active podcast today.
The point that I don't really understand is why the fuck would you fire 4 cops knowing they probably gonna leave a fucking city before shit really blows, completely come after them? Like, they're gonna end up probably dead by somebody else if they don't get captured. You just fired them. What the fuck?
I mean, either way, I mean, it's more of like having to please the people. I mean, they already kind of made the whole decision to act out against it. And if you're just going to sit back and not say anything about it or do anything, you can't act, then, I mean, what do we have this whole judicial system for? Like,
Something had to be done.
Polo G just posted something. I think you saw.
who the fuck is Polo G?
I don't know. I saw it on your page, but I was like, who the hell
No,
is
like,
Polo
literally,
G?
we talked about this last podcast. He said something about
We
Polo
did.
G. Who
We
the
did.
Did he?
fuck is Polo G?
I don't know who the hell that is.
I forgot what we were talking about, but I definitely remember it coming up.
They're talking about man got killed, cops need. I saw that, but
Yeah,
that
that's-
doesn't tell me who he is. I have no clue
Alright,
who
so
Polo
Polo
G
G-
is.
He's a rapper, right?
Yes, obviously, but
There
who?
you go. What else do you need to know?
Why
He's
does he
a
matter?
rapper that Taekwon. He's a rapper that Taekwon
Why does
likes.
he matter? Like, what?
Why does
He's
Jonah
under-
Lucas
He
matter?
doesn't.
Underrated. Like, nobody don't really fuck with him because nobody heard. Like, y'all don't hurt. Jeffrey's probably heard of him once or twice
From you.
from me, but y'all haven't heard of him.
What the only thing that pissed me
I
off
like the
about
credit
that? Don't
I may
you?
have
You
heard
keep
of.
scrolling through the news feed, right? And you just keep seeing these rappers that you don't really give a shit about, but you keep seeing them, and eventually you're like, all right, I'll go listen to them. But I don't like when it's forced on me. Like
Can't
he's
relate.
not the only one I've seen Polo G about. I keep seeing on Instagram that he said something. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And why does it matter that he's making a statement?
Whose beat is this?
Oh my god. No, it doesn't matter though. It really doesn't matter. And he probably said something worth saying, but he's not saying anything that 95% of Americans haven't already said about being pissed off.
I just feel like he doesn't.
That's the
matter.
whole thing,
He
man.
just
So,
said like, but they can't stop recording this shit and help the nigga. Like,
Hey,
sorry,
get
help-
your ass killed too?
That's fair.
Yeah, you can't.
That was the
fair.
most
hop in.
justice they probably could have done for the man. I mean, if you hopped in, all
That's
of them
true.
would have been some dead motherfuckers
Yeah,
at
'cause
that
now
point.
True.
what do they call it? Like the actual like police term, but
What's that?
interfering with a
Obstruction of justice.
yeah obstruction of
Hey,
justice.
That's exactly what
So-
we're
it's
gonna
your
get you
boy.
with. And then they're gonna put their knee in your neck too at the same time
That's
and
true.
kill you.
Yeah, he right.
That's why them recording, they probably did more harm to that cop than anything else.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
the
Like
only
his
thing you
his
can-
life is over, bro. He can't escape it.
Yeah.
Always, all right.
But I can't say that because George Zimmerman got away with the shit for killing Trayvon Martin.
Well, the more
and
this
he
happens,
walks
the
around
less
free
people
to
are gonna
this
stand
day.
For it.
And tried to sue the family for $10 million.
Yeah, how you gonna try to sue the family?
Didn't he try to sell the gun as well?
He tried to sell the gun that killed Trayvon Martin. That's how it was advertised. And then he tried to sue the family.
Wow.
I got a funny, unrelated story, real quick. I already told you. So I sold my vehicle, not recently, but a couple months ago, right? And in the back, I had a little Blue House Studios sticker with my phone number on it, as you do when you own a small
You been getting
business.
calls?
I got one call, and I didn't answer because it was unknown. And I got a voicemail from this concerned citizen. He was like, "Hey, there's a yellow Chevy Aveo. This number was on the back of it. It's sitting in my neighborhood in downtown Norfolk, and it's stacked with abandoned vehicle tickets. So it's about to get taken away, just so you know."
I go find it, get it, and sell it.
That's
again.
what I was thinking, dude.
Wait. I'm pretty sure there's laws that make it so we could go take that shit.
That's what I was trying to
Why
figure
didn't you
out.
find out where it is?
I don't know, man.
Let me get into the laws with that. I can
All right, well, hold on. Get on mic real quick. Flip it.
We gotta get into the next part. We ain't gonna have time.
All right. We'll finish this, and then we'll get into your thing.
So
Sounds like
I'm gonna
Taekwon's
just
got
take
something
this.
to say.
So the laws about having an abandoned vehicle and stuff, if you have no title for it and everything, and you have the car, you can go to the DMV with the VIN number and the person that you bought it from. They can actually find the fucking title from whoever had it, or if it's completely gone, they just write you a new
I
title.
can just get it back.
You just get a new title for it.
That's what I was thinking. That's got to be a
Just
thing,
go find
right?
it and get it back.
All
Sell
right,
it again.
then. I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Well,
Also,
I
I
hope
should
you
mention
don't plan on going
the
to
guy-
the
The DVD.
Oh, yeah.
DMV.
I bet the DVD's
Just trying to get my
closed.
saliva swallowed.
No,
Yeah.
they're not closed.
They're not closed, but it's
The
appointment
DVD is not closed?
No, you gotta sit outside.
That's what I'm saying. I said
At
I
the
hope you
DVD?
don't have plans.
Dang.
You gotta sit outside. They come to you.
There's appointments to get in there now, bro. There's no way you getting in there because if you call,
no walk-in.
you probably won't be able to get in there
Last
until
point,
August.
then we'll move on to Drill's thing. Just want to say,
August?
Where we at, anyways, for our time?
30.
Oh yeah, we Gucci. We
oh,
Gucci.
pretty good. I found out later the guy sold it to was a heroin addict.
Oh wow,
So it makes sense.
wow.
I mean, you didn't know.
That's true. All right, Rel, what
You
you
got
got?
on that
Rel
stuff.
had something planned.
It's kind of just a perception thing,
That's all good.
seeing what y'all think, right?
All right.
So I'm pretty sure I've talked to you about this,
Are
Jeffrey.
you about to
Okay.
unveil
We're gonna
like,
start it
your new EP or
with
something?
the Yanny,
Oh, is this what it is?
with the Yanny and the Laurel,
Oh.
right?
I've already.
Oh, really?
Okay, but you got to tell me what you hear, and he's
Okay,
got to tell me
okay,
what he
I'll
hears.
tell you,
So
I'll
you got to listen to this. You probably already heard of it, and you tell me what you hear. Do you hear Yanny or Laurel?
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
If y'all niggas don't say
Yeah,
Laurel, then like,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Currently, I hear Laurel.
Laurel.
Now, funny story about this. Is why I
All
started
right,
with
this
this
is
one.
interesting. Okay.
When I first heard it, when it was first introduced to me, when Mike played it,
Yep.
I heard Yanny.
Yep.
100%. I wasn't tripping. I heard Yanny, and then he kept saying, I'm hearing Laurel. And I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, bro, y'all are playing. I thought he was trolling. So he said, just listen, just listen. So we did this for about 30 minutes. And then literally, the shit just happened. I started hearing Laurel, and I have not been able to hear Yanny since.
I've never been.
I
able to
heard
hear
Yanny. Yanny.
Yep.
Yanny is what I heard at first, and I could not unhear it now.
We should make a beat with that.
I'm gonna let you finish your thing, and then
Everybody
actually,
hears a
I
different
had a
song.
whole thing about this too. I had a whole video I filmed and never put out, and I'll explain some stuff.
Well, there's
Hold on
already
a minute.
explanation. I know why it is.
Okay, you
I've
can
already
go
seen the
ahead.
explanation.
Bing. Y'all didn't hear that.
Matter of fact, I got the explanations right here. What?
Light bulb just went off for me.
But hold on, did you want to
Well,
compare? Like, it looks like you have different
Oh, would you-
recordings.
We should try to make a beat using that, and like, it'll.
Be like, what do y'all hear?
Everybody will have their own experience of the song.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you gonna have it the audience and live. Some people gonna be
Oh.
Yanny, 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 and then
That's
niggas gonna be
funny.
like, Laurel,
Yo, what the fuck did y'all listen to?
start a mosh pit just
That's
from
funny.
fucking singing the song. How to hear Yanny first,
Laurel.
so they increase the frequency.
Yep.
I'm still hearing Yeri though.
I hear Yanny now.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Yeah, now I hear it.
Did you hear Laurel yet?
No.
I heard Laurel.
You're still hearing Yanny?
Yeah.
You gotta listen.
What are you hearing now?
I can hear Yanny and Laurel.
What are you hearing?
This has to be a corrupted file or something.
What is
bro.
this?
What do you hear?
Now I hear Laurel.
I'm telling you. But here's the thing. I didn't have to hear this one to hear Yanny. The
Right.
first time that I ever heard it was the one y'all heard just then.
Yep.
The one before. And I was hearing Yanny. And I thought Mike was joking. I said, this must be a troll. And then I heard Laurel and I was like, bro, this shit is
So,
insane.
I've always been able to kind of hear both, right? And it's like those things where you know how
That's
they
the audio
say,
engineer's
so when
response.
you're
We're
supposed to
talking
be-
about the
Okay,
normal
all
real
right.
retard.
I'm trying to wait.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
no,
ruin
you
the
can't
thing.
hear both because your ears will only hear one at one time.
Because I can hear one, but right, you're right. If I flip my brain to think Yanny, I can
Oh,
hear
you can
Yanny.
It doesn't
Flip
matter.
your brain?
It doesn't
Yeah, I
matter. I
can't.
tried
Okay,
it.
Avatar
This is
here,
coming
folks.
from
That's
somebody
crazy.
that
It's not. It's
this is coming from
performance,
somebody
dude.
that
It's
heard
performance.
Yanny
Okay.
at first, bro.
Okay.
I can't switch my brain to hear Yanny to save my life, and I heard Yanny originally. There's no way to do it. I've tried it.
Like when you played the first video, I
Hold
hear
on.
Laurel as the main.
Just close your eyes. Try to hear Yanny.
That's the first thing I hear.
There's nothing. It's just Laurel.
Laurel. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's there. It's 100%. I'm not grasping you.
what's
It's
there?
there. Both are there.
Where's
It's
the
true.
cap
It's
button?
not.
I
Nah,
think
dude,
Jeffrey's
not.
cap.
I will swear. And here's the thing. So I've also worked with this file. Okay, so what I did is I took it and I broke it down, and with an EQ or a format shifter, you can make either one stick out, and then it's there, and then you have it, and then you can hear it. They're both there on top of each
But
other.
you shouldn't have to do. It's what you hear naturally. There's no
So
switch.
I'll tell you, naturally,
You
the
can- if you
first time I
modify
ever heard
then
it,
yes.
I heard Laurel because it was that.
Okay.
The very first time. But then now that I've heard both, I can hear both simultaneously if I switch my brain.
I think that's bullshit because I've heard
one
both
is,
and I
it's easy, just
still can only hear one no matter
is
how
in,
much
keep
I
in mind,
try.
I mix our tracks. One is in the high frequencies and
It
one is in
doesn't
the low
matter.
frequency. It's that
It's just
simple.
what your brain is more apt to pick up.
Correct.
That's literally the explanation. What you're more apt to hear is low or high
insane.
frequency.
You're 100% right. That is what it is. But you can make yourself hear either.
What about
if you really
this?
train?
The color of the dress.
Cody, can you restart that camera real quick? Take one left at the perfect time.
What do you see there?
I see white and gold. Now this one pissed me off because I have no explanation for this.
Jeffrey's capping too.
No, don't tell. Don't.
Thank you.
Nah.
Thank
nah,
you.
No,
That
hold
ain't
up.
just any cap. That's a special cap.
Don't. You
What
left
do you
right
see
when
here?
the camera stopped
And
recording.
here's the thing.
Do
Hold on,
not
I'll say it after
tell
Cody
me.
answers.
Do not tell me.
After Cody
what
answers-
you're about to tell me.
First of all, I'm gonna say two things after this.
I'm
What
gonna
do
be
you
pissed
see?
about this one.
It's about that blue and
I
black
see white and
dress.
gold.
You see white and gold too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Take one.
You know damn well I see blue and black.
All right. Now,
No,
two
where's
things. Wait. Two things.
Let me guess. You're gonna cover one side. and-
No. I'm not gonna do that at all. For
Okay.
one, I will say I see blue and black. But one night, my mom woke me up because she swore she saw white and gold, and showed me the picture. Fresh out of sleep, I saw white and gold for a split second. But what I will follow up with, they had this dress
Okay.
on a talk show.
All right.
It's actually blue and black. So what y'all are seeing is wrong.
Because this
The,
one
the
always.
real dress is blue and black.
This one always messed me up because this isn't my field, and I've seen both, right? But no, this isn't capping because they're always different photos.
No, I don't think
you
it.
know
Well,
what I mean?
it's not so much capping, but I don't see how you can see it, bro.
'Cause,
I
like,
can't.
Right now, I only see white and gold. That's when I saw the first time I ever saw
He
it.
saw white and gold too.
Right,
Yeah.
but like I've seen both
I've never
over the
seen
course of
blue
this
and
being.
black.
I've seen blue and black, but it was a different photo, and I always thought it was like shot a different way or somebody color corrected
Yeah.
it. But like I cannot take one and then look at it two different ways and see both the way I can with Yanni and Laurel.
All right, do this next time you get on Photoshop.
All right.
Go into Photoshop. Go down. You know the little eyedropper tool.
Okay.
Eyedrop anywhere on that section where you think you see white, and
Mm-hmm.
look what it picks up. And that will answer your question. What it really is right there.
That's
you will
wild.
see blue.
That's wild.
You will see blue.
I believe
but
you. That's
it's the
wild.
way that it's the way the photo was taken. It's
Right.
made to
Yeah, yeah.
cause conflict. It's like those. There was another one with Converses or something like that.
Because like, what if you?
You don't see blue?
I see it.
Now take that cloud. you
Hold up. If I squint, it's completely blue and black.
All right, let me
That's
try
kind of
it.
crazy. It's
said
still
you
white and
squint?
gold now. Squint as hard as you possibly can. What's that look like now?
Still.
If I squint, that's
okay, I
100%
guess, like,
blue and black.
Blue and black, I guess.
Hold on, let me try some. I'm gonna just isolate one section. That's kind of blue and black. That junk trips me out, dude. The other one I can explain. This one I have no explanation for.
What do you see?
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
Is
a
it
minute.
blue and black?
Like if I turn my head this way,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely blue and black.
Or if you look at it from
But
the
if I
side
look at it straight,
of his
it's white
monitor,
and gold.
It's crazy.
that one's crazy.
And you know, all these things I've seen both. I've seen white and gold with this one for literally about a second, and then I've heard Yanni on the other one. So all these are just perception.
Right.
That's why I was like, that's kind of crazy. What about this one? Which way is the mask turning? If I can actually get to the real one. All right, there we go. Don't need all that.
Cody, you go
You
first.
said which way it's turning?
Yeah,
Right to left.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now which way do you see?
Now it's left to right, right to left again.
No. See,
Yeah.
I definitely understand this.
Yeah.
So, this is obviously a 3D image, and when it gets to the back, it gives you another 3D like pushing image. So it looks like it's
Mm-hmm.
popping.
Now try to shift, you'll see it now. Well, no, I'll still see it the other way. You're right. But some people will see it going this way.
No, if you
because
once
like
it
you said,
turns
the way
all
it
the way
plays
around-
off the bat,
once it turns like all the way around, then it looks like it'll go the other way.
Yeah.
But then it goes straight back.
and you
to
expect
right,
it to do it.
right to left.
What about this one? The celebrity face illusion.
Oh, this one's dope.
This one's crazy.
This one's
right?
crazy.
So stare right in the middle of that. Stare at that. Don't take your eyes off of that little plus.
Yep.
Now, first of all, take notice that these are normal photos on
Sure.
each side.
Yep.
Now stare at that. Wait. Any day now. Keep looking at that cross in the middle.
What the fuck is going on here?
Don't look away. Just keep looking at that cross.
What the fuck is going on here, bro?
Do you notice what's going on though?
Oh.
What are you seeing?
Autism?
I've never seen
Now
Neil
look
Patrick
at those.
Harris
Now
look so
look at those.
stupid. When I first saw this
Nothing
one, I
different.
went by frame by frame by frame. I
see
had
if
to
there was
make sure
anything
they were
morphed.
all normal, but they were.
But your
They were all
brain tells you
completely
it's
normal.
morphed, bro. Like I'm gonna do it again just
You're
to.
combining the two images, and it creates two messed up ones.
Yeah, they start to look fucking wild.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
dude. It's
I
crazy.
felt a little autistic there.
What about this one? Well, that's not the right one, but that was showing how you could see each one. This one is the spinning dancer, right? So you have to see which way it's going. There's no right or wrong answer.
I default this way, counterclockwise.
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this way.
Hold on, let me try to see the other way now.
I'm seeing
This one's hard.
It just
clockwise.
switched.
the switch, right?
I'm trying to switch it.
I'm trying to switch. All right, let me try to switch to go counterclockwise. I can't. I'm only seeing it clockwise.
There we go. Okay, I got it. I made a switch.
I used to be able to make a switch. Now
It's
I can't.
so hard to do. I literally had it. All right, let me see if I can switch back.
Try to think of it going
I
on.
literally have to turn my whole head.
I can't do it. I can't. There's no way to make it switch.
Ah.
I used to be able to. I can't. I think
Take
your
a long
brain.
blink. Take a long blink, and while your eyes are closed, cross them, and then open them again.
Yo, you're right. That worked. I made
I
a
still
switch
see
that
it
way.
like that.
That's
Hold on, let me
perfect.
try it again.
Cross them while they're closed, and then open them slowly.
I'm still seeing it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's because the closer you get to 25, your brain is more set in stone. So maybe it's just mine happens to be stubborn. It doesn't want to see anything else.
I don't know.
I keep seeing it clockwise though.
Cody's got it. Cody, how old are you?
Cody, you switched it?
Yeah, Cody switched it a bunch of times.
Yeah, but I don't think his brain is stubborn like mine
you
is.
think you calling Cody stupid?
No.
He just called you stupid, dude.
How would it be stupid for your brain not to be
I don't
stubborn?
know. He said his brain ain't as old.
All right, now try this one. I learned this in a psychology class, right? It's the selective attention test, right? So follow the instructions on screen. Tell me count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball, right? You have to find out how many times the players in the white pass the basketball.
All
around.
right.
Gotta keep a count.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you count?
15.
I counted 14.
15.
But
And a Bigfoot.
yep, you saw the big.
I saw the Bigfoot.
But you knew something was coming. If he hadn't have known something,
I
there was a trick
think
to it.
I don't remember. I think I may have seen this. As
Okay,
a
I was
kid.
about to say.
Oh,
15, so you're right about
Hey.
that. But
Okay.
did you see the gorilla?
That's right. I remember. I saw this as a little kid. That's like buried in my memory, dude. Did you
A
see
gorilla
that
comes
at any
and does
point,
this
Cody?
at the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
I think
But
that one's
couldn't keep
because like
thinking
literally
about it
they
'cause
showed
it
this to
would've
kids.
fucked me
I
up.
think that's when you're older, you're just more attentive.
Yeah.
No, that's not a thing.
Is
They
it not?
played it
I
in
don't
psych.
know.
If you don't know what's coming or you're not expecting something, because I remember the first time I saw this,
Hold on,
right?
did you ever see that?
Hmm?
Have you ever seen that?
No.
But he probably knew. I'm saying he knew something.
Okay,
was
you're
coming.
right. But I knew someone was
No,
coming.
I just
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
it like in the
Because
middle. I saw
nobody
it.
saw it in my entire psychology class, except for one person, and that's because he had seen it before.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's why I was like, I don't know. Shit was kind of wild. What
That's
about the McGurk effect?
What about the Mandela effect? We should talk about that one day.
Shut up. So, input from another.
Mandela effect.
It's muted. There we
Oh.
go. Boom.
Okay.
Ba, 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 ba.
I love this one.
Ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Basically, the principle beside that is whatever you're seeing influences what you're
Sure,
hearing.
I've seen that a lot where they—it's like
This
a
one didn't get me as
consonant
much.
sound. It doesn't as much.
But the
not
there was
selling
another
it as
one where the
much.
girl was saying far
Yep.
and bar. That
And,
jump
like
had
war
me.
and like I remember seeing one where there was a bunch and whichever it was like 6 different mouths and whichever one you focused on, that's the word you heard.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Your mind is stupid.
Things like this are crazy to me because it's like, I don't know. Our brain is
Stupid.
glitching. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with all
Well,
this.
you gotta think,
information.
it's a computer, right? It's making electrical like connections, and at some point it has to guess, right? For instance, you know you never see your nose, but your nose
Yeah,
is in frame.
it just. But if you look, it's really there.
Close one eye, Cody, and look straight. You see your nose?
Yeah.
That's always there. Now open both eyes. You don't
But
see
it's
it.
like your brain
I mean, I
basically
can still kind of
ignores
see
it.
it.
Yeah, if you try.
can, but
if
it-
not,
No, I'm not trying,
Your
but I still
brain is
see it.
literally editing it out, and that's crazy.
But that's because we just
Crazy.
brought it up. It's like breathing. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Once you're aware of something, your brain automatically.
shut up about that one.
What?
Don't bring up that one.
What?
Nothing.
Breathing.
Shut up.
Breathing?
You're
Shut
talking
up.
about breathing. How
Shut
when
up.
you're aware
Shut
of
up.
breathing, the process
That's
of
gonna
breathing,
mess me
you
up
start
all
going into
day if you
manual-
bring this up.
Manual mode for breathing.
Yeah.
It's like once you're aware of it, like every day when you're going through life, you don't know, like you know your nose is there.
You've
obviously.
ruined my day. Blinking too.
I've also, and I do this a lot, but like at night, sometimes like around like 2 o'clock in the morning, I start thinking about language and why language makes sense to us. Like, who really came up with the whole thing of, like, why do you understand what I'm saying at this very moment?
Well, I don't know about English, like the language, but I know the alphabet was created to
the
communicate with
alphabet?
slaves.
Like, what is the alphabet?
The alphabet was created as communication because the slaves in Egypt didn't understand the language, so they had to come
Oh.
up with like a simplified, you know.
That's interesting. I didn't know
symbols.
that. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
it was in that
But-
book. What is it? The devoted followership, some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
was kind of crazy.
But
Yeah,
Cody,
but, like, do
to
you get what
answer
I'm
your
saying,
question, that what it does is, or what it is somebody made up words and sounds and letters, and then decided what they mean, and you know it because you were taught that. You associate it now. There's nothing
Alright, but
real
what does
to
the
language.
mean?
The?
The.
It's an article.
Sure, but what does it mean?
It's a way to draw attention to something. Again, all only because we've been taught that. We've associated it with a
If you
certain
think
function.
about anything hard enough, because consciousness. If you think
Yeah.
about consciousness and religious aspect aside, I'm talking about
Well, I
just
mean, you can still talk
strictly
about consciousness, that's fine.
consciousness.
Yeah.
The fact, like consciousness, is a what do they describe it as? It's basically the same thing as matter. It's always been there, but we can't explain how matter has
Correct.
gotten there. It's a specific name for
Yeah.
it, but same thing with consciousness. We don't know how we're conscious, or
Right.
even if all of our consciousness are the same consciousness.
Sure.
If we're even seeing the same thing.
Color is the one that trips me out.
Color. Somebody can
I
see
do not believe
Same-
that anybody sees the same color.
right there.
Yeah.
White and gold. Y'all saw white and gold. I see blue and
Right.
black.
So who says it
You
doesn't
don't
say
know.
that doesn't happen all the time? You know what I mean? Who says this white is the same white that you see?
Yeah, like you can see like an ivory white. I can see like a.
You could see blue as far as
You
what
can see
I
an
know
off
blue to
white.
be.
You can see like a.
Because you can't describe
a
a color.
bright white.
You could see black as white and blue, or black as white and white as black.
I think that's just color
And you
blindness.
just no, but if
Yeah.
you've always known
That also
no,
comes
but for real.
into
All right,
turn,
look
too.
at this. This is a better example.
It depends on how off it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, look at PBR. Blue and red. Two very opposite colors. If you've grown up knowing red is this color that you're looking at right here is red, and this color is blue, even if they're swapped in your mind, we would never know we're seeing different colors. Because how do you describe a color?
Yeah, you're right. When I
There's
think of
no
red,
way
for
to
some reason I don't think of that exact red right there.
Well, no, that's not the same thing. Because you would think of this red, because it's red, right?
no,
to
no,
you.
no, no. What I'm saying is, literally, you just proved your own point. You said I would think of that as red, but
Well,
I
it's
don't.
red, right? It is. Well, whatever. If it's not the first red you picture, it's red, right? Is that red?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What is it then?
No, I'm saying it's
Yeah,
red
there you go.
somewhat,
My
yeah.
point
It
is,
is red because look at your vape and then look at that. They're very similar colors.
See, but that
Definitely
red
not.
fading on that.
that
Definitely
don't matter.
not.
It don't matter if they're different. The point is, how
They
do you
are.
describe
They're
the
pretty
color?
close. The
It's a
only difference is there are a
definite
few.
brighter red.
Yes, it's a few shades off, but it's definitely the same red.
They're both definitely red.
Because here's the thing:
right?
what you're talking about is shades. Because there's shades of it. It's like 50 shades of gray. They're all gray.
Interesting.
But
Correlation.
they're different 50. There's
Right.
50 shades of it. How is that sus?
'Cause why is that the first thing?
Just bringing
why
it
is the
up.
first thing that came
Because
up?
that's it. Like there's different
Mm.
hues. I mean, everybody sees things differently. You just might see red a little bit different than somebody else
You could
sees
see
red.
it as my green.
Like me and Taekwon had this ongoing battle
Okay.
with his SUV, and he was like, "It's black," but I was like, "Bro, that SUV's navy blue." I'm sure we've had all
Yeah.
that navy blue. We've had a navy
Oh,
blue
I have a real
black.
issue with
As a
that.
common one.
Yeah, that's a
common one.
common
Navy
one.
blue and black, like kind of.
And black and gray. Black and gray too. A lot of people. It's hard to tell the difference between black and gray
How do you
certain
spell gray?
blues. Gray?
Yeah.
Grey, I think.
How do you spell gray?
Same thing.
All right. Well.
What do you do? AY?
Yeah, because it's the same thing. Like
Can I tell you why I spell gray? Grey. There's a reason.
why?
Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, so but it doesn't make it like official.
Wait, is it? Let's write it down.
Like, if
Yeah, I
you
would
pull
do.
a-
I would do EY.
But
Yep,
like, if
I
you
do
pulled a
UI.
crayon out right now, it would say GRAY.
I think you're right, actually, because I remember
So,
finding out I was
like,
wrong.
why is that a thing?
Well, Britain to English, a lot of words kind of changed.
It's like point with the E at the end.
or color.
Color with the U
C-O-L-O-U-R.
in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Just word language changed as we moved.
And then when people talk about differences in the way things are said, they say, what is it? Tomato. Nobody says tomato.
Brits do.
Unless Brits. Yeah,
Brits
Brits.
do.
But I'm saying
Yep.
nobody here, I haven't
Or-
heard anybody
nobody in
in person say
America says
tomato.
This was a big one when I was in training. Pecan.
Pecan. Okay, that's common.
Yeah,
All right,
but
which
that
one? You-
right,
do you
that's
say
American.
pecan?
No, I
Everybody
said
here says
pecan.
pecan.
Oh, okay.
But what about potato?
What?
I don't even think Brits say potato.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think
I
that
knew
exists.
one of them was off.
Maybe like
Got it.
old Brit,
Tater.
old Britain. You know what I mean? all right, hold on. I'm not even gonna say it. Right? I'm gonna do a 3 count, and then we're all gonna say what we say. Okay? First, I'm gonna describe it.
Just spell it.
No, that'll break it. So the brown thing you put on chocolate, right? It's a sauce. I mean, not on ice cream. Sorry. The brown sweet thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Caramel.
Syrup.
Shut up. Take one.
Oh, okay. I thought you because syrup is
I just
another
said
one.
don't
It's syrup.
say it.
Hey,
I just
syrup,
said
syrup,
don't
say
say
it
caramel,
it.
like
caramel.
that, I was thinking of that.
I
like,
said
off the
don't
rip.
say it. What part of that is?
Why did you even describe it that way?
How would
Out
you
of
describe
all the
it?
ways
Okay,
you
so
could have
why-
described
How
it,
would you describe it?
He wanted to like.
I'd be like they
Describe
put
it without
they
saying
can
it
make
so that
these
we
to
can
make
say it all
apples
together.
sweeter. You dip apples into it, it would be a blank covered apple.
Yeah, but you could still think chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think of chocolate
All right,
covered
hold on.
apple.
So,
I think
all right.
of caramel apples when I think of
Caramel. Yeah, caramel. Absolutely.
Because if it's in the context of
Caramel.
I want to do it without us
If it's
saying
in-
it,
if
but
it's-
okay, what do you say? Hold on, real quick. What do you say? Fresh.
Caramel.
Caramel?
Yeah.
You mean caramel?
Caramel.
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 depends how you say it. Because if I'm just saying caramel, I might say caramel. But now because I worked at the grocery store, it was caramel apples, and it's just easier to say, so
Yeah.
it rolled off.
But somebody else said that to you, right?
What's that?
Like
Well,
somebody
oh,
said.
yeah, I started
Everybody
off saying
said something
caramel.
to you at something.
Yeah,
Your
okay, so
mom,
It changed my perception
You
of
let
it.
them change your perception, but like,
Well, hold on.
But
What
it's
is?
just easier to say. It's not even so much changing. It's like
No.
caramel apple. Caramel apple would be
Caramel
too much
apple.
to say if I'm trying
no,
to.
it's not.
all right,
Caramel
all right.
caramel
well, hold
apple.
up, Cody.
Caramel
Your
apple.
point is invalid because growing up, everybody that I knew said caramel. Right. That's what.
Not me.
No.
Well, not you. Whatever. Screw you.
About to say.
Hold on, okay.
You said everybody you know.
No. You said because you made a big point of somebody
We
said
grew
that
up-
to
grew
you,
up around
as in
it,
your
man.
mom.
I don't believe
who
him.
taught you language, right? My mom says caramel. Grandma says caramel. That's where I got language from.
You barely saw grandma.
Well, she gave mom mom her language is what
Okay.
I'm saying. You feel me? Right, that's
well, nothing against Grand, but like in this, in
Hmm.
the entire world, like people that matter. Like,
What does
are
it
you gonna
matter?
are you gonna take her?
Hold on,
her
but why
word
does
of it?
why does
Like,
language matter, dude?
I
Language
guess what
is
he's
the
saying
most
is
fluid
older
and-
Back to
people
what I was
do
saying,
things
like,
differently.
Language is the most stupid and fluid thing I could ever. That's why grammar's so dumb. Because grammar's fluid. It changes every year.
You mean grammar?
Grammar never changes.
Screw you.
It's just people tend to change it for their own personal benefit.
No, you're wrong.
Because
you're
people
wrong.
don't know
No, you're right, because
grammar.
there has never been a proper grammar. It has changed
Grammar.
every
They
single
have
couple
classes
of years.
for grammar.
Yeah,
What are
and
you
every
talking
single year
about?
they have to change it because grammar changes. The English language evolves.
All right,
over
name
time.
5 examples where grammar has changed it. Please name 5
it.
examples where it changed.
I watched Adam Ruins Everything, but listen, it's a good point because like think about it. We had Old English.
Just say it.
I don't
5.
fucking know
5
the
If you're gonna
words.
say something, you gotta back it.
I didn't rehearse for this. I
But it
wasn't
should be
doing research.
known. You
But
say
I
you gotta back it
remember.
up.
All right, because I remember I was very swayed. All right, if you want, we can pull up the clip. But the whole point is the fact that over the years, grammar changes. There's never been a proper.
So
it
does
goes from-
vocabulary, but grammar
Right.
overall never truly changes. The same stuff that I
Okay,
learned
hold
in
on, hold on.
English class.
Maybe that's an issue.
Way
Maybe
back
that's
when
a
I was
difference.
younger, is probably the adjectives, verbs,
Well, that's
pronouns.
That's
Everything
one
stays
lifetime.
the same.
Oh, hold on. So like, okay, that's interesting. Grammar is vocab. That's a
Yeah.
good point. That's a good point.
But vocab changes. Like they
Okay.
add stuff to the dictionary when it becomes a
Okay.
commonly used thing. But it's the Oxford Dictionary typically. Webster's Dictionary is more of like a traditional vocabulary.
Fair enough. Fair
if
point.
That makes sense.
So to correct my statement, the English language changes constantly. Maybe I was
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
a
say
little bit
grammar
quick
don't change.
with saying grammar. That being said, I guarantee you it has changed. I'm not going to quote anything, but maybe not as drastic as what the way the English language in general changes. For instance, the best example is ain't is a word
That's
currently recognized as a word,
Yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
In the Oxford Dictionary, probably.
That's
Probably
how
ain't
is
in the
that? Is that less
Webster's.
valid?
Because the Oxford is more like informal. They have informal terms.
What
in it.
makes something formal?
If it becomes a word just
Webster
because
says
people
so.
said it.
Right?
If it
Is
becomes
that-
a word just because a bunch of people said it,
Is that
then
not
that's
formal?
more- well, it depends on.
Because
who.
like, here's the point, right? I mean, think about the way we
Formal
dress.
is what you would say to a boss.
Right, but
That's
so
the
think about it. Hear
the
me out.
easiest way to describe it.
I know, I
Informal,
agree with
wouldn't
you.
I wouldn't say, "Hey, bro," to my boss. That's informal
But all
language.
of that is defined by social standards, which changes over time. For instance, think of what you wear to work, and think of how you probably never would have been able to wear that to work years ago. You would have had to wear tux. You know
I
what
have to
mean?
wear business.
You wear
Cat-
polo
I have to
shirt.
wear business.
You wear a short
Yeah,
sleeve
but
shirt.
that's not the actual attire. That's just because of COVID.
Okay.
Regularly, I have to wear a suit and tie. Well, not
Okay.
suit and tie, but I have to wear a button-up shirt.
Okay, so
tie.
maybe
no,
a tie,
no
maybe not a tie.
khakis except for on
No
Fridays.
khakis.
Have to be dress
Okay.
pants and
So
dress.
you don't need a vest. You don't need a full tux. You don't need a monocle.
No,
those were all things that were required back in the day. You had to have a
Monocles were
certain
never
hat.
required because
Okay,
not
maybe
everybody
monocles
was
aren't
limited
required.
on
But
vision.
there was a. All right, so quote me though. You agree? There's a bunch of things.
If
that
everybody
used
had to wear a monocle, it's like,
hold
bro,
up. You're totally capping. You can tell me the way we dress has not changed over the years.
that's not the same
As
as
far
grammar.
as what is
That's a completely
formal.
different thing.
The whole point is that everything
Grammar is
changes
what
over
the
time.
English language
My
is
point
built
who
off of. You can't just
is-
change the foundation
who-
of the language.
Who is the authority? It's social standards. It's what we all
Grammar
decide
doesn't
is cool.
change.
I'm not even
okay,
saying
hold up.
that.
Wait a minute.
I don't know what that even means.
I meant to.
No! If they come up with something like this, right? I'm not gonna watch the whole
Please.
video. I'm just gonna sit there and look
'Cause-
it up.
Okay. Because again, my original point was
What you gotta say,
vocab.
Quan?
You're right. You had me. But
ahead.
my point is the only way stuff that the only deciding factor on what is formal, what is important, what matters, is based on social standards, which change over time based on what people say. Therefore, I'm saying that over time, "a bro" could become a formal term. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah, in the Urban Dictionary.
How grammar has
changed Not what I said.
generationally.
I mean, think about it. We don't talk like people from the 50s.
Oh, they refer to the Oxford too, who has made quarterly amendments. To
One whose language like really doesn't matter.
What?
I say one whose language really doesn't matter. They have the same language as us, but like just the way they say things. That's Canada.
Fair point. Agree with that.
That's how they say
YOLO
something.
was
I hate
added
it.
to the Oxford Dictionary
Okay.
as "you only live once." If that tells you how informal it actually is.
I'm saying that doesn't even matter. Any word that you're gonna say is so crazy it doesn't matter because we're saying that right now.
That
We're
sounds
coming
like
off the
Urban
heels of it.
Dictionary.
Think about the words we say now. Think about the words we say now and how informal.
but Urban Dictionary
Urban
will add.
Dictionary-
No, they
Oh,
do. They got
okay.
rusty trombone, Alaskan pipeline.
But
all
think
them
about
crazy-
how
No, hold on,
informal.
hold on, no. What's that second one?
Alaskan pipeline
Yeah.
is basically, from what I heard, it's putting shit into a condom, then freezing it and fucking a girl with that frozen dildo condom.
That was on a
basically.
Family Guy episode. Again, you brought us back to a Family Guy episode.
You know what a Cleveland steamer is, right?
I know what a Cleveland Steamer is, and I know what a Mississippi mudslide is.
Huh? What about a Dirty Sanchez? Everybody knows about the Dirty
Hold on,
Sanchez.
Steamboat
Good
Willie.
old donkey
Steamboat
punch.
Willie, yeah.
The point is that everything evolves over time, and the only reason, the only
The only thing that this one's referring to
social
is
standards.
words being added to Oxford, so I don't know.
I already told you I wasn't fighting with grammar. I was talking about the English language. I never said grammar. Or I did say grammar, and I already told you I said that incorrectly.
Either way, I'm not an English expert, but I will say, yes, language does change over
Everything
time.
changes. And my point is, and you have to agree that, like, the stuff we wear today, even in a formal setting, is informal compared to what probably used to be formal. More than likely.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Very.
And
You
the
said it's
only-
informal compared to what used to be formal?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you go back
very.
centuries, right?
Like
It's
everybody
probably
always,
informal by
they always
comparison.
dressed well. Like
Right.
if you,
Think about
if
like
you were
ancient.
of-
That's a
Britain,
whole
you know
different
what I mean?
thing.
My point is, everything evolves forward and backwards in different ways.
Because it's influenced by the culture. They didn't
That's
have
what I'm saying. The
culture
only
and
point-
social media influencers.
my only point of the conversation was that the only deciding factor is society and what society says is acceptable.
Yeah,
Therefore, there's nothing stopping YOLO from being a formal word you have to use at work. Technically. Is it likely? No, but technically.
depending on like how big of a social standing it would come to. Like,
Right.
if it got around like some big people and they started saying like, oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Think
I
about
wouldn't-
hi. Think about hi.
I think traditional.
Think about hi. Like when I say hi, would you say hi at work? It used to be
No.
hello, good morrow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's more formal.
on the morrow.
But hi is totally fine to say in an office
yeah,
or in court, even.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Way more informal, but society says it's okay.
You
I
haven't
guess.
pointed to
I don't
any
see-
real. You haven't pointed to any like
mean,
real
that's one
good
great that I
examples.
just pulled out of my
that's
butt. That's a great
that's
point.
high is like a simple intro. Name something
Get out of
that has
pieces,
been
man.
made into
Okay.
like informal language has become formal, so to speak.
Okay.
Just one word.
One word? Well, ain't is very common.
No, that's not. That's never
not?
going to be formal.
Okay, I mean, it depends on where you are.
Ain't is never going to be formal.
Would
'cause-
you not use ain't in office?
I would.
No, and
It's
it's
in the
also
dictionary.
I would
now.
as well. I would
it's
use that
not
in
formal
court.
language because if you're dealing with clients, you'll never say ain't. It's always going to change. But if you're around your coworkers, which you're more comfortable about, the more comfortable you become around people, example, your coworkers, it becomes informal language. It doesn't just get added.
'Cause here's why
I will never
you're-
say ain't
Because here's
to
why
a client
I
if
disagree
I'm
with
in
that.
a
There's
big
definitely
business proposal.
situations where I would say ain't. I disagree with that. But here's why, like, you put me on the spot with that doesn't work because my formal language of what I know from, I'd have to go back and find out what formal language
Right, so
used
you
to
should be able to point one out.
I didn't do research for this. I'm pulling up out my butt because we randomly came across this conversation. I will have
I
it
just
by
want
next
to
week.
know
You did what?
because I don't think
What?
You pulled it what?
Out my butt, sir. Do it to myself. I don't even care.
maybe, but ain't is definitely not a good example.
I'm not gonna fight you on that because if you don't feel comfortable using ain't, that's fine. Me, I'd use ain't in court. That's how confident I am that ain't is perfect. At least where we live.
I'm not saying ain't in court. The fuck wrong with you?
You wouldn't make it a court.
I'd probably get killed or
But,
It doesn't matter. Society.
In today's
If you
day.
said ain't in court, it's gonna make you look bad to the judge. And unless if you're just
It depends on where you are, man.
you're just being cool and you just happen to say it, maybe. But
I would
it's
definitely
all
say-
about the person that's saying
first
it.
thing how do you address a judge if you walk into the
We
court?
all know how you address.
Because
a
I
judge
say
at
I
that
say
point. We're not-
ain't in certain,
But
you
you
know,
say, so
but
I-
I'll never say ain't
I
at
would-
work
I think would you not-
to a member.
No, that's what I was about to say. You wouldn't say it at work.
No.
What about to your boss?
I have said it to my boss, but that's informal because I'm cool with my boss.
Okay, so you're cool with your boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So I say it.
gotcha.
I'll say ain't. I'll say boss. They got on me about saying boss. If I greet a member and I say how you doing, boss, they don't
That's
allow
funny.
me to say that. I have to say sir or ma'am because
Right, but
it's
that-
not formal language. That's why the only reason why I'm so hard on this
You
is
just brought up
because
a good
once
one.
you get
just
into
brought
a
up good
certain
one. And you're gonna have to do research. I guarantee you, ma'am used to be an informal term that turned formal because it used to be madam and madame and stuff like that.
well, it's just a shortened version of it.
right,
yeah,
a
you're
short
right.
verb, which is
Yeah, yeah.
informal. You know what I mean? It's just a small point. And
Well,
it's
I don't
not
know because in
drastic.
old books
I don't know
there was
either.
ma'am, too. There was
Maybe I
ma'am
could be
in old
wrong.
books.
But how far back are you going? You know what I mean?
Oscar,
Yo,
Hey, get the fuck out.
yo, go use the
we
computer.
got a special
You're good.
guest.
I told you where I was.
Well, we're actually gonna be wrapping up here soon.
That's true.
Wait, say what's up to the
What's up?
podcast since you just walked in the middle.
What up?
Oscar in the
Get the
building.
fuck
You wanna
out.
come
DOS
show your face.
in the
Show your
building.
face.
Look at the shirt he's got on.
What you about to do? Hold on, wait. But what you about to do right now?
What I'm about to do right now?
Yeah.
Upload a project.
What? Come grab Cody's mic and talk about that for 2 seconds.
We're about to wrap up.
Well, let him
We're
do a
already
plug
like-
as we
We do
go.
got 2 minutes left.
Let him
We
do
do.
a plug
Go
and then
ahead.
we'll be
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
All right?
Mainly
Come
because
on.
I gotta take a shit.
All right, well, go do that while he does a
holding it.
plug. We don't need you.
Plug in.
Say goodbye to the people. Go take it. No.
Wait, which
I'm sorry
camera
to
am I
see so
even
warm.
looking
I've
at?
been
Huh?
sitting here for
That's your
like-
camera right there.
That one?
Yep.
Heard. All right. Well, I'm about to upload a project. Why? Because it's Gonna be uploaded tomorrow. This project's called 3AM Shadows. Is gonna be on SoundCloud and YouTube, or just SoundCloud because my computer sucks right now. So yeah, so soon next month is gonna be on all platforms, but you should check it out if you got like 3AM vibe, thing going on. You like that? Something cool. If you like the game Control that's out, you should use that as a soundtrack and play it in
Alright,
the background.
real
Alan
quick,
Wake.
Just tell them your name, project name, where to find it. Go.
My name, Dose, D.O.S, Death of Simplicity. That's my name. Where can you find this
Hold on,
project?
I'm just
On SoundCloud. My name, Dose, D.O.money sign.
There you
The
go.
project's called 3AM Shadows. Check it out.
There
Y'all
you
remember
go.
when we danced?
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, y'all dance.
Oh,
Hey, bruh, that dude hit me up in my DM and said, yo, y'all killed what's it called?
Y2?
Dude, yeah, Y2.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, yo, y'all killed that
All
shit
right.
straight up. I was like, hype, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna do it for today.
Yeah.
Yep, it's been eventful. It's
My
been
man
crazy.
went to go take a shit.
Jarrell's not even here. Cody, how'd you do?
okay.
Did you have fun?
yeah, I always
Good,
have fun.
good. I don't know why
I
he's
like
so
seeing
worried
y'all
about
argue.
time. He don't even edit this podcast. What's he worried about time for?
Just trying to.
Just trying to make sure so we don't be sitting here all day.
What's it matter? I'm the
What's
one
his
that's got to
order?
sit here for 2 hours to edit it.
I mean, you do it anyway in the studio
All right, well,
when you mix some
let's go
beats
and
and
wrap this
everything.
up.
You agree with me, right?
No.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. But
All right, y'all.
Sorry,
It's been
brother.
fun. 4 o'clock. I'm right. I'm white. Take care.
Later.
all right, peace.
No!